Hello awesome people, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Software Inc. In the last episode we sort of finished the first area of our new building that was made by Kiro. Very well done, thank you so much for contributing this. And we also saw like sort of the ideas of what we were going through. We also saw a problem with the support team. It was a bit too crowded with the tables that I used. So I changed it up. We had spaces for 16, it's now still 10. But I think this will, like, the noise problem will be a lot better this way. So, this is definitely going to be like the more final design for support. And this should work. In theory, this should work. Now, we also saw that the marketing team was successful in getting the sales up for Cloudwave 2. Cloudwave 3 is in development, basically in design, I should say, in the design phase. It should be in development quite soon, because we also hired some people who will come in the next day, if I'm correct. We hired some new people. We hired 3 new design artists, so this is now 6 out of 6. We have 6 seats, 6 computers, and 6 people are working here. We also hired 3 more programmers, so that's also now 6 out of 6. Probably we're gonna, you know, get a bigger team for that, like maybe even next episode already. Who knows? But for now, we have 6 programmers, 6 design / artists, so they do both. I hired all of those people off camera so that you guys don't have to, you know, see that, because it's not the most interesting thing to see that all the time. And that being said, we also have some new people to welcome into our company, because we now have spots for people for roles that people actually wanted to have. So let's go in and check it out. So the first 3 that are new this episode, I will not do everything at once. I will do like bunches of 2, 3, maybe 4 sometimes, to give a good highlight to the people. Are these guys. So first off, a new developer called Shaggy Rogers. I put in brackets behind your name Scooby's friend. I know that's not part of your backstory, but we've just been joking about it in the Discord and in the comment in the chat, the live chat from the premieres. So I thought it would just be a funny thing to have there. But yeah, you wanted to be a developer, and your backstory is, after the random shutdown of his last job, he decided to start his own business. After months of trying, he realized that to do it, he needed more experience. So he looked in the papers for a job and saw that Hipbone Inc. is back, so he applied for a job. Well, you got the job. Congratulations. I just hope that once you get that experience, you don't leave us again to set up your own business. But I mean, if that happens, I'm still very happy for you. Hopefully you will make it, and with the experience you will get in our company. So next up, Mr. Lenses Man, the prominent student. Lenses Man wanted to be a programmer / leader. I don't have a leader role right now, since Rico is already the leader of this team and he's one of our channel supporters, so yeah, that kind of makes more sense. But yeah, you are a programmer, which you wanted to be, so I hope you're happy with that. And your backstory is, Lenses Man was a prominent student at a university where he studied programming. He's also known to like being the boss. Well, you can fight with Rico for that, I guess. After graduating from university, he needed a job, so he came to Hipbone Inc. for a job. And guess what? You got it, my friend. Welcome to the company. And then the last one. This is one of my favorites. And there's a lot of good names and sort of resumes, like backstories in this one. I love it. Can we get the music back, please? Thank you. Okay. This is Mr. Captain Jack. Now, I need to scroll up a bit, so... yeah, okay. In the Discord, I mean. So, name Captain Jack. You wanted to be a programmer, so here you are. You are a programmer in our Dev 1 team. And the backstory is, after being a legend at sea, Jack steps on land and finds new ways to up his game. In his free time, he started coding Pirate Bay and is hacking powerful individuals. If that is not good enough, his legendary spokesman skills will shut up almost anybody. I mean, it's Captain Jack. Do we have to say more? I mean, this is going to be a very good addition to our company, right? I mean, it's insane what Captain Jack can do, so I'm convinced that he can bring us success with our company. Now, let's just have to click out of it for just a sec to get my recording software up to make sure that we're actually recording this. Yes, I haven't been blabbing for a few minutes into thin air without, you know, recording it. It happened before, not gonna lie, but yeah, that's the new additions to the to Hipbone Inc. And there we go. We're gonna go fast, hopefully today. With the new designers, I focused on the extra 2D design, so hopefully we can get that done a bit faster. That's where we were lacking. Programmers, same thing, focused on the extra 2D, so we can hopefully speed up the features that are 2D in both you know, development as in design. As you can see, it goes a lot faster already. So that's good. And we should be able to speed up the entire process by a lot. And, you know, by speeding it up, we make more money. By making more money, we can hire more and better teams. We can expand our teams, and that would just be a nice circle upwards in the end. But yeah, we see that it already goes quite fast, the design now, compared to what it was. Let's actually also check in on the sales, because we are losing money, even though this goes up every month. It goes up every month because of the marketing. And we're still making a net profit of almost 100,000, and that's without the marketing. So if the marketing goes off, it's still like 87,000 profit, which is pretty good. It definitely upped our profit on the Cloudwave 2. I'm happy we moved like mid-episode a few episodes ago instead of just waiting, because we kind of needed it. I was already contemplating to move at the start of that episode, the one where we actually moved in the middle, but I thought it would be a bad idea. But yeah, I'm really happy we made the choice to move out, because it was a bit of a thing. Also, we kind of need marketers. So nobody on the list that wanted to be in the game wanted to be a marketer. So if you have the ambition to become a marketer and be a part of our company, then go to the Discord and make sure to put your resume. Well, it's not really a resume. It's just good fun. But put your name and marketer and stuff in the Software Inc. job applications tab. And you will probably be in very fast, because nobody else wants those roles. So yeah, it's a good bet. Let's see. And I tried to get everyone in the order that they sort of submitted, but it's almost impossible with also giving you guys the roles that you want. So there's already been some people that were earlier on the list, but had some ideas on their character that I couldn't make true on with what I have right now. There is some bunch of nitwits now. No, I'm just joking. There are a few guys that really want to have their own team in the server room. Probably you've heard their names before if you watch some of my videos. I wouldn't know why you would want that, like sitting next to a server the entire day, every day. But yeah, they want to, and the team is growing. More and more people want to join their team, which is fine. But yeah, we have to make a new team for that and put them somewhere over here next to a server room. We will do that in the future. But yeah, I couldn't just fix that straight away for this episode. I don't think it's a good thing to do right now. Can we port this right now? Oh, whoops, wrong one. Can we port this? Because we have now a lot of developers that are not doing anything. It's not worth it. We need a new OS that's gonna be like very good. How are we doing on this? Yeah, it goes down a bit. Past month profit, it goes down a bit, but also our stock is going down, so we might have to get some new stock soonish. As I take a sip of my drink and almost die from it. Sorry. We have one active user on Cloudwave. That's probably Slav Satan still. Oh no, never mind, he left. Well, that's a good thing. But yeah, one active user was still left. Funny. Oh wow, that was a good profit. That was a good profit. Awesome. We should keep an eye on this, like see if we can port it, because if we can, now that we are making more money, this is just not worth it. But if there's a new one, let's do it like this. We definitely want to port it, because it still would make sense to do it now. Our fans are going up nicely, almost at 50,000. I think with Cloudwave 2, we can reach maybe the 50,000. If it keeps selling like this, I think we would be able to get there. Yeah, I think we're doing actually quite good. This is about to, so that's gonna give us less money also, but we're still working on this. I think at this point we have the money and the cash flow, at least for a bit. Yeah, we need to order more to make sure that we can sort of survive until we have like a good audio tool that actually starts selling very well. Because it's just, you know, a point of keep going now. Let's order like 5,000. I'm not sure if that's like too much or not enough, because it might just break down the sales. The flow of sales might just stop at some point. Yeah, 1 day left. Let's just develop it. We don't really need that extra day of money. It's not that big of a deal. It's like 18,000 extra. It doesn't really make a big difference right now with almost 3 million in the bank. But we also have like we're starting to make a profit on our Cloudwave 2 audio tool, which yeah, it's going into the green basically. So that's good. good to see. We're not selling an insane amount per month. We're not going to get like 100 million profit of this one product, but it's going quite good, I would say. Also, design-wise, we're still not like the fastest, but we're doing quite good, I would say. There is a chance that if this one is out and we're starting to sell very well, we will just hire just basically release another one and just double our design skill and speed, and do the same for the programmers at that point, probably, because, you know, if you have like 12 designers and artists and you have big products, then you have to have like the same amount, at least, I think, of programmers, because otherwise they can't keep up. But yeah. So we're making money. That's good. We're making good money. We're selling very well. The sales go up. So that's insane. Good job. We're doing quite well. Over 10,000 active users. Our support team should be able to easily keep up with the tickets, at least, which is the most important thing. Fixing bugs is also nice. We have hit the 4 stars business reputation by doing that last little design deal. By finishing it, that I would say. Fans still go up. Okay, Cloudwave still not is out of copies again. So I think we work quite like on the safe side with it. So we're gonna order like 10,000 more. I think that's more like we sell like about like 1,500, I would say, per month. But that might go up because our sales are going up. I think this is the point where, due to the marketing, people start to see our new product, and it's better than the other audio tool. That if we go here, we saw the audio tools. Let's go here and then to the bottom, I think. Yeah, so there's one newer audio tool now, which wasn't as good as the one before. So they made a mistake here. So if we pause it for just a sec, they had a great audio tool here in 1994. It was very good. It sold for a lot of money. Now this is also way more profitable than ours, of course, because they're just, you know, they're just a way bigger company and everyone knows them. They have millions of fans. Probably they're one of the bigger companies in the game right now. We could check that. But ours is better. Ours is better, and it's a little bit cheaper too. So that's cool. That could actually be important for us. If we go to companies, Man LLC, I mean, they have lots of money in the bank. They have over almost, let's say almost 3 million fans. They have 11 products. Let's check their products. What did they build? Mostly audio tools, yeah. And some operating systems. So yeah, wait, what? They started with 6 and 7? Did they just buy the rights to that and just changed it? That's a bit weird. Or did they sort of decommission the other ones? And well, no, you trade the IP, not a part of the series, right? Bit weird. But yeah, maybe they just started with 6 and 7. Who knows? I mean, I'm not there to question their ways of naming their stuff, but it's not that my naming schemes are any better. So yeah. That being said, it is actually a good situation, I think, where we're in right now in audio tool land, if we're speaking about that. But they have a way bigger company, way more money, way more investments to have. Probably better teams, bigger teams, but we are growing, and we are making profit now. And we're not doing design deals anymore. What we could do is we could take like a design deal from them, from Man LLC, if they have one. They don't have one though. But just to take their money and their time, to slow them down, especially the time. Slowing them down with the releasing of products would definitely hurt them. And if we take the design deal, I mean, we do the design for the product, right? They can't work on the product unless we release it. Unless we release that design. So if we just keep it there and just not release it until the last point in time, like the last point in the deadline, they will be less fast with the release of those products, right? Because they have, you know, they can't start working on it earlier. That's kind of the idea. So that will slow down their release schedule, and that will help us in turn to, you know, take their spots, take more of their customers to our side, basically. Come over to the dark side. To the dark side of Hipbone Inc. and holy Cloudwave audio tools. Yeah, but that's basically my thought process there. That's how we could do that. I think our programs have been doing nothing for a long time, though. How are we doing education-wise? Next class. Yeah, you guys have next classes, but in stuff that we don't want you to learn. I mean, there are people that are getting closer. You guys are not getting closer because you're not working. You are very close, though. Lord Gandalf. You are getting closer and closer. Very good. efficiency, I mean, the efficiency of the support team is quite high now, which is good. It was like 12% for some people when we had the old like tables, like the long tables where we just no room for them to work, noise everywhere. I mean, that was really bad. But I'm especially looking at this stuff, like these ones that go up. The fastest we can get that up in there, the better. We're almost done with the iteration 4 though, so this is going to be a good product anyway. We should be able to make it a good product at least. So yeah. Slow progress, but good progress. I mean, I said Cloudwave will probably hit like 50,000 fans. We're already at 56,000 now. And we're still selling. That's the good thing. We should check our copies. How many... Oh, okay, stop. Pause. We need to order copies. that would not be enough. Let's go for another 10,000. I mean, we can splash the cash a bit more right now. And I do believe that since the active users are still growing. We were like 10,000 a few months ago. It's now 13,000. So it's still growing. We're still making money every month, which is good. But especially because this is growing, it means that it's still in an upward spiral. So if you follow my mouse, it's still in an upward spiral. And then what normally will happen is, in this game, is that all of a sudden it might go boom. Like it's really steeply like down. And that basically means that everyone already owns it. Or it will just go gradually down again like this, like in a nice little like mountain areas or that sort of line. And that's probably what's going to happen because no way everyone that can buy this has already bought it. So that will probably happen. Oh, we have like 2 big new ones. I think we should port it. I think we should port it to those 2. I think it's still worth it. It might coincide though with the development of this, but we can take a little bit longer on that. I think it's still worth it to put in that money. I mean, look at this. We are definitely making money here on the... We went to 178,000 in the past month. Pretty good. This is going up because we are porting it, so that costs us money. So we're basically all the stuff that the developers now do to port it, that's gonna cost, and so that's minus profit basically for this thing. Some people have been sort of asking that, but 95,000, we're almost in the profit with this. Awesome, very good. Stock is still doing great. We can develop this, that's also very good. So the programmers will be working on both. I'd say let's set like a free priority here. So this is more important for me right now. I mean, this is a product that we want to sell, of course, but we have time to do this. This we need to do fast because otherwise we will miss out on all those sales, and then our audio tool is too old to actually make a profit on those systems. So yeah, that's the reasoning behind it. Again, I sort of feel like I should say this, but this is definitely not how you should play the game. I encourage people to just try stuff out on their own, and if you learn stuff from me, then that's totally fine. But do keep in mind that this is not necessarily the best or the most efficient way of playing. I've had people commenting saying, oh, you could be more efficient like this, you could do it better like this. I know, but this is just how I like playing. And I like to sort of change things up once in a while. Just try out new stuff, just because it sort of feels nicer. It makes it newer. And I like just experimenting with things and seeing what works and what doesn't. So yeah, definitely not the most efficient way, but a fun way in my point of view. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you will have fun if you play it the same way. So I would definitely advise you to try stuff out if you're new to the game, or if you don't really know what to do in the game yet, you're still learning. Just try stuff out. It's fun. It's fun. Even if you fail and go bankrupt, it's fun to just know stuff and see what happens. And sometimes it's actually very funny how you go bankrupt in this game. It can be just hilarious in some ways. So yeah, I would say just focus on that, have fun with it, because it's just good fun. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of these design deals maybe to, yeah, because our design art team will be done. Wait, what? I thought I clicked accept. Okay, but they will definitely be done with art before our programmers will be even close to finishing the code. Also partly because we were still porting the other Cloudwave. We need to order more copies. Because why did we port it? Since it's already quite old and it's not selling like wildly efficiently. It sort of makes sure. Okay, let's go back into the I will try to explain this. I will try and explain as much as I can, like how I think. But if you look at this, so what we've done by putting it into more active operating systems, newer operating systems, and hopefully being one of the first audio tools there, what will happen is where we had the line before where we would go up and then go down with active users, and that's sort of the normal life cycle of the product. Let's just check if everything is okay. Yeah, everything is okay. So what that would do is you would go up and then down, and that's like the normal life cycle of a product, right? Now it can change in ways, like sometimes, you know, if for instance, if your product gets hacked, you might go like slowly up and then go down, and then people start to realize, well, it's fixed, and then you might go slowly start going up. So it's not like always the same. But what we do now is we go up, and then at the point where we kind of reached our top, by porting it to new operating systems, it becomes available to more people, and hopefully it's one of the only available ones at the start. So we will sort of not go higher than that top most of the time, but we will stay on the top a little bit longer and then go down. So more like a hill in a sense, instead of a steep mountain, like a peak and then go down. It's more like a hill where you go like slower and then stay on the same length and then go down. I hope that sort of explains what I mean and why I still choose this one, but also why I didn't choose the other operating system. So if we go back, I know that some people might not really find this interesting, but I do. So this operating system, we have been looking at this one like 5 or 6 times to maybe port it to this one, and I always said no, it's not worth it. The reason why I said that is because this is in decline. There's already a lot of audio tools on there, so there's a lot of options. So if we would port it to this one, it would not extend our life cycle. It will give us a few more sales, but it would not extend our life cycle. So it's not worth the money in my eyes at that point. So if we would have done that earlier in the process, yes, then we would have done the same. But because of the life cycle of the product, because of when the operating system came out and because of when our audio tool came out, it just didn't line up perfectly. So the life cycle would not be longer than it was. And right now it is, because we can see that we're still making money out of it, and we still see that the active users, it's still about 14,000. So it is going down right now, but it's sort of slowly going down. So you still have the longer life cycle of the product, and we're still making a profit. We already made more money on this one than on Cloudwave, the first iteration. So I feel like we're doing well, and with the marketing that's still there, we have to keep an eye on it though. It could be that we're still making quite a bit of money though. But yeah, it could be that with the marketing, it will, at some point, it will be more, the budget of marketing will be too high, to the point where we don't really make a profit anymore. At that point, we need to stop the marketing or make it lower, like the budget of 10,000, make it lower. I don't know why it always goes over a little bit, but yeah. But that being said, this is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I like talking about certain things that are going on in my head that I think I've never explained this in the series. And like, this is the 10th season. I've never explained this, why I do certain things by porting in like late in the product cycle and stuff like that. I think that's interesting. So let me know if you ever thought about that and what your thoughts are on that topic, if you want to, in the comment section. Also, leave a like if you liked the video, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't. As always, I've been Hipbone, you've been yourself. Thanks for being awesome, and thanks for watching.